Spectator-friendly competitions. Those words are repeated over and over again in the cubing community. The World Cube Association format of an average of 5 is at the center of attention for being not as spectator-friendly as the head-to-head competitions. The Red Bull World Championships were at the center of many controversies in the late 2010s of cubing. However, they are highly regarded for innovating the head-to-head format of competitions, which has sometimes put into question the average of 5 formats the WCA offers to the community. Is head-to-head the future of cubing? Well, sort of. I started my broadcasting career back in 2018. I would film my high school's football games with my local TV station. I did that for 3 years when I then started broadcasting for my college's sporting events. Right now I actively do instant replay for majority of the games at my college, and I've always been drawn to live streaming cubing competitions and trying to make the sport more spectator friendly. I was fortunate enough to stream both Blue Water Bridge Open and Great Lakes Championships this summer, and feel I've learned a lot about what goes into making a broadcast better. One of the ideas I see thrown around quite often is the average of 5 format is not spectator friendly. I do think there's quite a lot of truth in this. The reason why professional sports do so well is the idea of anticipation. Many Americans don't like soccer since they don't know when to anticipate a goal. Same thing for many non-Americans who watch American football. They don't know when to anticipate a touchdown. At the Great Lakes Championships, when they did the states relay, we saw the biggest crowd of people and the most excitement. When people are able to anticipate a race and know when people are getting closer to the end of the solve, it creates excitement, even among spectators who don't know how to solve a cube. The hardest part is being able to communicate or show that a solve is nearly complete to someone who doesn't even know how to solve one. Even for me, I find it quite hard to tell when a top-level solver is on each step, and only really know when they reach OLL how a solve is going. I feel this characteristic of cubing makes it naturally harder to broadcast and retain viewers for longer than a couple of minutes who don't know how to solve a cube. I believe making an average of 5 spectator friendly is within our grasp. Back at Great Lakes Championships, my dad integrated Google Sheets with a graphics software that allowed me to type in times of solves as they were coming in. We were able to display 2 cubers times head to head. By the 4th solve, we could display the worst and best possible average of the solvers in an effort to build up anticipation for the final solve. We run into an issue again. How much can the broadcast assume what the audience knows? An NFL broadcast doesn't explain the rules to a field goal every time one is attempted, but almost anyone can understand the rules of football pretty intuitively. An average of 5 is something people don't understand naturally. From a Guardian article, it states that 20% of adults don't remember fractions, and even more don't know how to take a mean. For a community trying to grow, the simplification of reporting results and teaching people how to understand them before they click off the stream within a couple of minutes is very crucial. Another aspect I think is missing in the broadcasts is the storytelling aspect. Why should anyone care about any of the 16 competitors in a 3x3 finals of the World Championships if they don't know their story? For example, if someone who hasn't ever solved a cube watched Seung-Hyuk Nam in the 2023 World Finals, they would just see him as another cuber. But instead, if they were displayed a video on the exigence of the situation before he did his 5 solves, they would be far more likely to watch his solves and see how he would place in comparison to the other competitors. Bringing the feelings of anticipation and getting people attached to the stories in cubing should be the main focus in a broadcast. Over the recent years, we've watched an awakening in chess and esports due to the stories that were presented and the broadcast quality and watchability of the games. Once people know I'm a cuber, a lot of them tell me about how they enjoyed the Chris Olsen Netflix documentary on Max and Felix. The stories are what the people remember, and I think one of the main boosts in popularity of cubing in the COVID era had to do because of that documentary. How does this all relate back to Red Bull? I think the innovativeness of head-to-head solving and the implementation of instant replay and high broadcast production shows a future for what cubing can be. The barrier to entry for understanding the sport of speed cubing is larger than most other sports. It's our responsibility as cubers who want the sport to grow to decrease that barrier and make these competitions more spectator friendly. Do I think the Red Bull competition solved all those issues? No. But their solutions weren't that bad.